Alright, we're going to be looking at an ulu today. And this is a cutting tool used by native people in North America, particularly in the Arctic region like Alaska, Canada. And it's basically just a curved blade with a handle on it. And I picked this up on Amazon for $15. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get some that are a little pricier, that are more ornate, and they'll have a caribou antler handle or a fancier handle. But the idea of it's really simple, and it's just a single piece of stainless steel typically, and it has one ground edge, just like a chisel grind. The back side is just flat, and then it has a secondary bevel to just make it a little bit sharper. The thing is pretty sharp. I'm sure you can sharpen that even more if you wanted to. I don't actually want this too sharp because I had gotten this as a fleshing tool, so I envisioned myself kind of using it to scrape hides like this. And because those corners are turned up, they're not going to catch and rip the hide open. So you're just going to get this probably 2 to 3 inches in the middle. They'll actually be scraping the hide. And I'm not sure with that grind if it'd be better to go this way or the other way, but I'll find that out. I'm sure one cuts a lot more than the other. So you don't want something super sharp to scrape with, because you'll cut a hole in the hide. I have seen people actually, skin with it like this to clean their hides, but I would much prefer to scrape it. But we'll see. I haven't used it yet, so. Like I said, it's one solid piece of metal and then one piece of wood. They cut down the middle and they just slide it in, and it's got these pegs that go into the one side. And this isn't like a type of tool where you abuse it a lot. You're not going to be doing woodwork with it really. So you don't need that strength. You don't need, like full tang or whatever. I mean, I don't think that really applies to something like this. But you don't have to worry about usually the handle coming out, because you're just going to be using it to cut, scrape, chop, those types of tasks. It can be used as a kitchen utensil too, which I hear a lot of people using it for, to chop vegetables and whatnot, because you can roll the blade. I've heard people using it as a pizza cutter. So just as a kitchen utensil, that works pretty good. I did look into that further, and they do actually have other blades that are purpose-built for cutting vegetables for kitchen use specifically. Because like this, it's got that crack there, or that slot, and you could get food in there, and it's wood and everything, so you probably don't want that for dealing with food all the time, because you might have some cleaning and hygiene issues with something like that. But if you're just chopping up carrots or something, this will work great for that. I was a little concerned with this square shape that's cut into the metal there, because that wasn't like if you're supposed to put your fingers in there, and it's got kind of a rough edge. I would have thought that would be rounded out more so you could put your fingers in, but I don't really think that's even meant for your fingers to go through. You're really just supposed to kind of hold it like this around that handle. If you do want to grab the blade, you actually grab the blade itself. you know. So the only reason that recess is there is probably just to save metal, to be honest, just to make it lighter, because you don't need metal all the way up here. They have the new variation of this, which is the I think it's the Fremont tool. Forget the exact name, but it's based off of the Ulu design, and it's really just a blade that kind of wraps around, has a handle, and it's kind of like square shaped or rectangular shape with rounded edges, and it's got a blade all the way around. But it's the same thing pretty much. It's just meant to give you more ability to cut with a curved edge as opposed to a traditional knife. It comes with this little stand here, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have a sheath, so you would have to make a sheath, which would be easy enough if you want to carry this around. So I'll probably be doing that at some point. It's one of those things. I mean, it's just a cheap little tool, or inexpensive, I should say. I don't think the quality is bad, to where it's, you know, cheap quality. But it's a very basic tool. I mean, it's just a curved piece of stainless steel with a wood handle on it. It doesn't need the style and design of a knife, because it's not really that complicated. And they mass produce these in Alaska and export them to the lower 48 and around the world. So I've known about these for quite a while, and I didn't really feel compelled to get one until I started doing a lot of like work with fur, and I don't have a proper fleshing board or fleshing knife. So the way I do it, I kind of have to flesh by using, you know, a knife or something. So I thought, well, I'll try this and see if that makes it a little bit easier, which I think it will. And I think it's just a good addition to have in your toolkit, along with, you know, other knives. It just gives you more capabilities. This will probably work great for skinning deer and large game, which is what the natives used it for. So it's a pretty cool tool. You know, check them out on Amazon if you're interested in these. They range from like $10 up to, I think, like 60 or so. I think you can get even more expensive ones than that if you're inclined. But that's it on this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.